panel, our VIP panel. The first person that I want to bring up is going to be Miss Letitia Harper. Hi there, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad at this turnout today. This is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want to share a little bit about myself. I was diagnosed with lupus a few years back, about 2013, which caused me to completely change a lot of things that I was currently doing, including my diet. I'm not a big fan of taking toxics. I was really trying to just eliminate all toxins. And so at one point, I was taking way too many ibuprofen for the pain of my lupus. And CBD was introduced to me, and it was a game changer for me. When I first was taking it, I was taking risks because I didn't really know where it came from, how it was tested, anything. I just knew that it was making me feel better. Fast forward, one of my great friends and sisters, Fran Boyd, just said, come, you have to check this out. I didn't really know what she was talking about. And when I joined in the meeting, I was in love instantly because everything they said, from the regulation of how it was tested, that was shown, the benefits and the explanations of stuff that I knew, but I didn't have like have it laid out for me as clear as it was. So it's been amazing. I love the tinctures. I love the gummies. I love the vapes. They help with my migraines and my lupus. Even just the other day, I almost got stung by a bee and hit my finger. And I was so happy to have my topical because that saved me, because I was not trying to go in a hospital or even to a doctor for a checkup. So I did ice and topical the last few days, and it is so much better. Still got a little bit to go, but glad I had the tool. So that is my testimony.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Letitia. And I'm next going to bring up Miss Kendra Jackson. You can unmute yourself and get back on camera. And I will spotlight you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Hi.
Let's try to spotlight your video.
I don't know what happened.
It looks like your bandwidth is low, so don't worry about the video. That might be affecting it. But go ahead and you can share your
I don't know
testimony. We
if you
can
can
hear
see
you.
me. My tablet is acting up. But good evening. My name is Kendra Jackson.
Kendra, you might need to turn off your
Yeah, turn
camera.
off your video. Yeah, turn off the camera. It
Good
might help it
evening.
come
My
through
name is
better.
Kendra Jackson. I came into the business from Charlotte Smith from Detroit, Michigan. That's my mom. She actually introduced me. Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so I came into the business because when I went to the doctor, my mom and we talked to my doctor about my severe. Okay, my mom and I was talking to basically there's nothing I could do about it. I would have to go on to birth control, and we knew that wasn't going to be an option. But the older I did get, the worse from the company. I did use the half of the gummy and some of the tincture, and my cramps were completely removed. So I was able to do whatever I needed to do without being cramped up in the bed, not moving. It also relieves my nausea when I am on my menstrual cramps. Another testimony I have is the hemp powered hair. I did start my locks in March, April, and I thought my hair was strong enough for me to have the locks, but we did notice the locks kept slipping out or unraveling. So what I did do, I started using the hemp powered hair to make my hair more powerful. So the new hair follicles did push out the dead hair that was in my scalp. So eventually I did have to cut my hair, which I just cut my hair probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. And from that point on, my hair is literally longer than when I started. So right now I have it in braids. I only had the braids in for 2 weeks, and I already have black new growth after I colored my hair. So that's another good thing. So I'm excited to get my locks back once I keep having growth. Oh, and as far as the products that I use the pain relief cream. I use the power tincture, and I use half of a broad spectrum gummy. And that's
Awesome.
it. As far as the power cream or the pain cream, I put it in my navel, and that helped the actual cramps that was in my stomach.
Wow.
So that's my testimony. Oh, plus
Wow.
I'm a type 1 diabetic, so it helped my levels, my blood sugar levels also.
That's
And I use the
powerful.
black seed oil for my A1C levels too. So that's my testimony.
That's amazing. Look at how you've been able to get so much use out of the full product line. I'm so impressed with that, Kendra. Thank you for sharing that. And the navel tip, I know that that helped somebody on the phone, on the Zoom today. Just that little navel tip. So thank you so much for being so open about sharing that. The next person that I want to bring on is Mr. Tariq Rogers. Tariq, if you can unmute yourself, share your testimony with us, please.
Okay, so for the past 6 years, I worked for a die casting company. We made car parts out of aluminum. Therefore, there was aluminum debris in the air. And if anybody knows anything about aluminum, it's one of the most deadly heavy metals known to mankind. It's bad for the brain. It's very, very deteriorating. So, over the years, I developed anxiety. I was suffering from insomnia. I have skin problems I still deal with from things I was exposed to at my job. And I got to a breaking point at some point in time. I was like, you know what type of legacy am I going to leave behind reporting to a place that isn't doing anything but deteriorating my health? So I really I have been using the products over the last couple of years anyways for anxiety and my insomnia. So why not go out there and try to help other people? Why waste energy being somewhere that is not doing anything, for my family or for my health? I just figured you need to get out there and really have a purpose in life and really help people. These products have changed my life, and I want to do the same thing for other people. And that's why I'm here. That's all I have to say.
Well, I think that although that was short and sweet, Tariq, that was powerful. There's someone else out there that needed to know that they can make a choice and better their life. So I appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Absolutely. My next person that I'm going to highlight tonight is Dr. Joy Smith. So, Dr. Joy, you can feel free to unmute yourself and join us and tell us your testimony.
All right, Kathy, can you see me and hear me?
I can see and hear you. Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be able to be a panelist on this discussion because I am too a millennial. I'm Dr. Joy because I am a pharmacist and have been so for years. We're just getting home, so that's why I'm kind of outside. But yeah, I am just over the moon with Wakanna. And the reason that I say that is because I tell this story a lot. My brother got diagnosed with cancer in 2014, and he's fine now, but he kind of opened us up to this whole world of natural healing and natural wellness. He really took charge of his health and said, I don't have to do what the doctors tell me to do. Of course, I'm going to listen to what they say within reason, but I'm going to look up some natural methods to see how these natural methods might be able to help me prior to getting traditional help. And while he did have traditional radiation traditional radiation, he went the natural route of doing, going to see a naturopath, going to change his diet, doing a whole lot of other things that we hadn't even dreamed of, because our only experience with cancer was my mom, who died over 20 years ago. And so moving forward, after I became a pharmacist, I said, okay, I got into pharmacy because I want to help people. But as the medical industry continues to profit and people continue to get sicker, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to be on the other side of this. I want to figure out what kind of preventative things we can do. I want to figure out what type of natural plant-based healing we can initiate to make sure that we're healthy. So that took me a lot of different ways: health coaching, essential oil distribution, and essential oil aromatherapy certification. But then when Wakanna found me, because it truly did find me, I just felt an area where I can marry all my skills in aromatherapy and plant-based healing, my skills as a pharmacist, and being able to talk about drug interactions with not only other drugs, but with natural methods of healing. It's just a win-win for me. And when I'm using the products, what I particularly like to use, I use my vape tonight because I had a headache. You can see it. Use my vape tonight because I had a headache, and I felt almost instant relief. When I'm having my time of the month and I'm having my cramps, I use what I call my pain trifecta: my tincture, my gummies, and my topical. A lot of people that I've known have been experiencing relief from the pain that they've been having for a long time, that ibuprofen and that Tylenol and that naproxen just isn't fixing. And so I just really appreciate the fact that not only our products work, but we can trust them. And so, you know, being a part of Wakanna is truly a blessing, because it's not just a business, it's a movement. And so I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be on this panel with all of these amazing millennials, and I just can't wait to see what we do next. So, Kathy, back to you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like I said, I know what you shared has helped somebody here. They have the same situation as you, and you have a pain trifecta. I hear you. I love it. I love it. Absolutely.